goodies in your drawer?
Yeah, 2017 calendar.
Not anything in mine.
Did you catch the mistake in the minutes? The Mayor Pro Tem.
Oh, well, you could be Mayor Pro Tem.
No, that's you. I don't know if it's you or me that did it, but
Well, I think the placards up there
Ken, that's
still,
not nice.
still have Jared as
Oh,
Mayor Pro Tem, yeah.
I'll go back and Joseph all his stuff, and that's what you heard about it.
he's a good numeracy. Joseph's a good numeracy.
At some point in this meeting, we're gonna see some magic.
See some what?
So at one point in this meeting, we're gonna see some magic.
Are we?
Yeah, we're gonna magically change from commissioners to council.
I already told him he walked in as a. That's right. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
All right, it's 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna call this meeting of the Sweetwater City Commission to order. Ask Matt McGowan from Trinity Baptist Church to do invocation this morning, and Commissioner May to lead us in the pledges.
All right, dear Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you as we head into the holidays that we have so much to be grateful for. Thanks we get to live in Sweetwater. Pray for these leaders, Father, that you would lead them, guide them, give all of us wisdom, God, as we go through this day. Pray that we would be people by your mercy who do justice, who love kindness, and walk humbly with you. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Join me in the pledges of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
You got that down?
No, part of it. We need batteries in this thing. Batteries are just a bit worn out. Kept pressing the button.
Someday we're all gonna learn that.
All right, I'd like to welcome the Leadership Sweetwater class here today. Thank y'all for what you do for our community, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day visiting the rest of the city facilities. Do y'all want to introduce yourselves to where we know who all of you are?
I'll start it.
Okay.
I'm Karen Hunt, and I'm the director at the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm leading them today. I'll wait behind them. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Joseph Crouch, new to Sweetwater. I'm with First Financial Bank and glad to be here.
I'm Doug Nickel. I'm fairly new Chief Nursing Officer at Owen Clinic Memorial Hospital.
Thomas Taylor, Operations Manager at Ludlam's, and I'm new to Sweetwater as well.
Jason Ship, Roscoe State Bank.
Donnie McKinney, I work right here at City Hall.
I'm Megan Dixon, I'm with City Hall as well.
Brittany Wilson, I'm with TSTC and Career Services, born and raised here, so.
Stacy Fritz with the Sweetwater Reporter.
Cynthia Snowfall, Assistant Cashier at Texas National Bank.
Joanna Martinez, Chamber of Commerce.
Russell Reeves, Sweetwater Fire Department.
Glad to have y'all. Okay, we'll now move to item 5, which is discuss, consider, and act upon approval of minutes for the meeting held on October the 9th, 2018.
Mr. Mayor, needs to be a correction made on action items D, where it says Mayor Pro Tem Lee. Either needs to be me or Mayor Pro Tem May. I don't know which May did that.
see it. Mayor Pro Tem is Larry for the year, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, I'm the pro tem.
Okay. Do I have a motion with the corrections?
Sure. So moved.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're gonna move to item 6C, which is discuss and consider and act upon a resolution for the City of Sweetwater authorizing an interlocal agreement with Region and Education Service Center regarding cooperative purchasing services. Does the commission have any questions of Lisa?
Well, Mr. Mayor, I don't have a problem with the interlocal agreement. I guess I do have an issue with the PVC type of roof. I wouldn't put that on my roof.
Russell, we can respond to that, sir.
We're working with a TML consultant on this roof, and of course, he's the one that spec'd this, so.
He probably worked for Duralast.
Okay.
I wouldn't put that stuff. It'll last 8 years and then it cracks and it's bad regardless of what they say in their warranties. I wouldn't put that kind of roof on
Okay. I'm not
on my
familiar with it
roof.
myself, but we can do some more checking into it if we need to, as far as that goes.
I have a question for Becky. She may know, and I don't, or Scott may know, the kind of roof that's on the administration building for the independent school district, isn't it?
It's DK Haney,
And it's been on there, what, 15,
it's been on 12 years.
12 years.
Put it on,
and it's held up. The only thing they've ever done to it is,
Duralast, but it's a different company. DK Haney installed that.
Is it a TPO or a PVC roof? There is a difference.
I'd be remiss if I told you exactly what it was, but I know they've got records of it. DK Haney is the company that the school district used to install that, and great success with it. Now,
and it was probably through a purchasing agreement.
it was through
with-
co-op.
Yeah.
Yes, we had looked at the Duralast when we did that. Nathan Miller and I, and DK Haney was really the best for that. We did that on, not only the admin building, but we also put it on top of the intermediate school. And to my knowledge, when I departed 6 months ago from the school district, it was still going strong, no leaks, no tears, no nothing.
I know the one on the administration building is held up. The only thing they've ever done to it is, power clean, get
Yeah,
cons used off of it.
just for the dust and the dirt. But it hadn't leaked or snagged and sealed up.
I mean, on their specifications, they're projecting some pretty good warranties on it, so if it's something that
Yeah.
we have to go that route, but,
Or read the internet reviews on it.
okay.
We'll do that. What I would recommend at this point, gentlemen, is to go ahead and if you can give us authority to enter into the interlocal, I won't sign the interlocal until we do some more research on it. But if we can get that affirmative vote, we have that to work with, and wouldn't have to wait until another month until December to bring it back, just in case we do end up doing some good research on it and find that we can live with that roof. But in the meantime, once we get that approval, we'll start making some calls and doing some research on it, Russell, and then just kind of go from there.
Well, there's also other things that we can purchase through the Region
Through the
14
cooperative, yes, sir.
agreement,
Mhm.
other than the roof. So
Right, mhm.
it's not a bad thing to do.
Okay, we can do it that way.
I move we enter the interlocal agreement with the STA.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now read the resolution into the record. Whereas the governing board of City of Sweetwater, Texas desires to participate in describing purchasing programs for the Region 8 Education Service Center, and that the participation in these programs will be highly beneficial to the taxpayers, the anticipated savings. Now therefore it is resolved that we request the Region 8 Education Service Center to include a stated need for the interlocal agreement on the Region 8 Education Service Center's annual contract for the above items, whereby David A. Villa is authorized and directed to sign and deliver all and any request and other documents in connection therewith for and on behalf of the City of Sweetwater. Okay. Item D, we will now move to item 6D, which is discuss, consider, and act upon appointing of Ms. Jackie McCoy to the Pioneer City County Museum Board of Directors for a 2-year term.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we will now move to item 6E, which is discuss, consider, and act upon second and final reading of proposed amendments to the solicitation ordinance. This item requires a public hearing. Do I have a motion?
Move we enter public hearing.
Second.
Second.
Okay, is there anyone that wishes to speak against or for? Do I have a motion to close?
Move we close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, does the commission have any questions of Chief Frida?
Chief, you want to make a comment?
There's really nothing else to add to this, this particular section at this time. We are going to be doing some additional tweaking to the application process, the timelines, background investigations, and things like that. But we really want to go ahead and get in front of this, especially coming into the holiday season. We've been seeing a lot of vendors trying to come in. We've caught a couple over the weekend that were trying to solicit, and when they came knocking on my door and I asked for a permit and they didn't have one, so I told them it'd probably be a good idea to go on down the road. So I appreciate you looking at this and taking this and passing this for the citizens.
Move adoption of the solicitation ordinance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now read the ordinance into the record. Amending Chapter 17, Article 2, entitled Peddlers and Solicitors, and describing procedures for licensing of peddlers and solicitors and providing a penalty for violation. Now we'll move back to item 6A. We'll now move on to item 6A, which is discuss, consider, and act upon approval of resolution and order canvassing of returns and declaring the results of the November 6, 2018 special election. Any questions of Patty? Do I have a motion?
Move we adopt the resolution for the canvass.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now read the resolution into the record. A resolution by the City Commission of the City of Sweetwater, Texas, canvassing the returns and declaring the results of the special charter election held on November 6, 2018 for the purpose of submitting to the registered voters of the City of Sweetwater for the adoption or rejection of proposed amendments to the existing home rule charter. We'll now move to item 6B, which is discuss, consider, and act upon approving an ordinance of the City of Sweetwater ordering and declaring the 2018 charter amendment adoption.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve this ordinance declaring that the 2018 charter amendments are adopted, and I want everyone to watch us magically change from commissioners to councilmen.
Councilpersons.
Councilpersons, okay, whatever.
Second.
You can be a person, I'm gonna be a councilman.
Okay.
An ordinance of the City of Sweetwater ordering and declaring the 2018 charter amendments adopted. Okay. Now we're down to, you want to do your city manager's report?
Sure, yes, sir. Just a few things for mayor and council and those in attendance today. We're gonna have for the first time ever, as far as we can tell, a legislative agenda that we're gonna look to bring to this council for approval to send to our legislative representatives down in Austin for this next legislative session coming up. That'll begin in January of 2019, just around the corner. In fact, pre-filing of the bills has already started as of last week, I believe, several days ago. What the legislative agenda for the City of Sweetwater intends to do is outline the items and give direction on what we'd like to see when it comes to taxes, sales taxes, property taxes, water issues, regulatory issues, those kinds of things, as far as what this council, this community sees in giving direction to our legislative team down in Austin. And so if anybody up here has any issues that you want us to look into and perhaps take a position on, and really it's just a memorandum that we would hand over to the legislators, telling them these are the 5, 10, 15 things that we'd like to see happen, or not happen, importantly, down in Austin. So if anybody up here has any issues that you'd like us to look into and perhaps take a position on, let me know as soon as you can. We've got a list of several that we've been working on with the staff that we're trying to put in memo form to present to y'all in the December meeting. So let me know if you have anything you'd like us to look into. As far as the ambulance, we've got a picture of it here. That helicopter, we might put that in the budget for next year, Grant, but it's not, it's not funded this year. But thank you for funding the ambulance on the left side during the last budget. We have taken possession of it, Chief, and it will be out here immediately after this meeting through those double doors. If anybody wants to take a little tour, I know it's cold outside, but I promise it'll be worthwhile. It's a beautiful machine, and it's in good working order, and we're proud to have it as part of our fire department fleet. And then just proud to report, for the first time in about, what, Eddie, 11 years or so, something like that, a little over 10, we've got our lakes full. We've been blessed with good rains this fall. And here are just some pictures to share. Pictures are worth more than 1,000 words, in my opinion. Pictures at Oak Creek, Lake Sweetwater, and at Trammell, and just kind of go over them one by one. Here's Oak Creek on October 9th when it started going over the spillway, reached that spillway elevation, and then went over. That's when you know it's at 100% and more. And then Lake Sweetwater on November 1st. That's refreshing to see that. It's real nice to see that, isn't it? It's been a long time since we've had that opportunity to take that kind of picture out at Sweetwater. And then Trammell when it started going over its spillway back in September. It's been raining a while. It's been raining a while. And that picture was taken on October 9th of this year. So we're just been blessed by the good Lord with the recent rains, and just kind of wanted to point that out. We're in a good spot heading into the drier season where we're not supposed to get as much rain in the winter, but it's been such a topsy-turvy year, you just never know. But heading into the drier months of the year, we're blessed to be at 100% at our lakes. And Mr. Mayor, that's all I had.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's my understanding Texas Parks and Wildlife has told us they will be stocking Lake Sweetwater in the spring.
Yes, sir. In March, April, Eddie?
Something like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Eddie, are they also looking at Oak Creek or Trammell, putting in any additional things?
Both of those lakes are pretty healthy, Larry. Lots of fish.
All right, we'll now move to item 8, which is to enter into closed session pursuant to section 551.071 of the Texas Governmental Code. The city of Sweetwater will consult in closed session with its attorneys to receive legal advice regarding pending or contemplated litigation, a settlement offer, a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the governmental body under the Texas disciplinary rules of professional conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with the act, to include the following matters: economic development incentive agreement.
I move we enter executive session.